I always have to be so careful when I'm in the bath that I angle the camera correctly, otherwise, whoops. Hello everyone and welcome to Boho Bookworm. This is another reading vlog. In this video I will be reading The Therapist by B.A. Paris, who is one of my favourite authors in the thriller genre. I just adore her. So I have been super excited for this book. It's been on my radar for ages and I just realised that my nails match the cover. It's a book about a couple called Alice and Leo, I believe, and they move into this like prestigious kind of gated community and everything seems like so perfect. They feel like literally their lives have just shot up like 10 notches. But Alice feels this like strong connection towards the therapist that used to live there before them. And I don't know if maybe she disappeared or something, but the neighbours and everyone in the community really wants to, like, they seem to want to keep whatever happened to this person a secret. So obviously, Alice is a nosy bitch and she wants to find out what's going on. So let's dive on in. I have my Yankee candle lit, which I can't show you right now because I might accidentally show you my boob, and a glass of wine. So let's dive in. Okay, so I read the first 3 chapters in the bath, and before I look like a prune, I need to get out, but I really enjoyed them. The book opens with this opening like couple of pages from this therapist's perspective, and then it goes on to Alice's perspective, and her and Leo have just moved into the circle, which kind of reminds me of that TV show. And she's obviously like, she's quite lonely, a little bit timid, not really very confident, but she decides to just bite the bullet and invite all of the neighbours in this like community over to their house for this housewarming party. And Leo seems like a little bit of an arse because he just, I don't know, he just doesn't seem interested in getting to know anyone. He's very cautious, very like, I don't know, he seems a bit controlling. He loves his champagne. This writing, I just love it. B.A. Paris just feels like so familiar and comforting to me. She is one of the authors that got me into the thriller genre. So I just love it. There's something so captivating about her writing that I just love. It is also set in the UK, so there is that sense of familiarity with it as well, such as like, you know, Leo going to work in the Midlands and mentioning Birmingham and all these places that, like Adam, my ex, he lives in or close to Birmingham, Coventry, and I've had loads of friends this weekend in Birmingham and stuff for the Christmas market. So it's just, I don't know, it's nice to have more of an idea of these places, whereas if I was reading this book overseas, I wouldn't have that connection, that close connection with it. I would still enjoy it, but I'm really enjoying that level of it right now. Another thing about Leo, right, so yeah, he seems really controlling and stuff. However, there's this part, I think it's in chapter 2 or 3, where it details how the couple met, Alice and Leo, and a part of me thinks that maybe he crashed into her car on purpose because he was very like adamant about getting her details and getting in touch with her. 18 months later, now they've moved in together and stuff like that, but I don't know, I'm not very sure about this guy. Another thing I really appreciate about it so far is that Alice is 35, I'm 30, and it's nice reading a book from someone's perspective who's more similar in age group to me. However, there's things like how she had to move in with him, but to do so she had to sell her cottage and stuff. It's going to take me years to be able to buy a place of my own, if ever. So she's a little bit better off in life than me, but I still enjoy it. Oh, Leo, I just have a lot to say about him already in chapter 3, but he doesn't believe in marriage. Oh, I don't know, this champagne loving dickhead. I'm just like, not happy with him at all. I'll talk to you later. Hello everyone, it is a couple of days later. I have a little bit of a cold, so sorry if I sound all snuffly and stuff. But I am 8 chapters into The Therapist, which is upside down, whoops, and just absolutely thoroughly enjoying it. I am now on this part, right, so Alice and Leo have moved into this place, and this guy gate crashed their like housewarming party where they wanted to meet all the people in this community, and it's a very like secure place and you can't just get in like easily. So it turns out that this old woman actually let him in because this guy claimed to be a friend of theirs. However, they didn't know him at all. So why was he there? What does he want? And Leo apparently had like some confidential stuff at work. I'm not exactly sure what he does. I'm not sure if it was mentioned yet, but he's like freaking out about that and thinking they need to get like the police involved. Alice is kind of asking everyone if they recognised him or saw him at the party, but no one seems to have seen him, so that's a bit odd. It's also very clear that she's quite a lonely individual, quite timid and not so sure about herself. So she's a little bit like envious of the other relationships between the women in this community, and she really wants to get involved. So she is actively trying to put herself out there now. And some of them are like really not happy with her being there and kind of really standoffish towards her. Some are like overly friendly, but I have absolutely no idea where this book is going yet, but I am excited to find out. So my sniffly mess of a person today is going to be reading this book. Let's see how far we get. I'm on page 56 at the minute, so let's see how much I can get done. Good morning. It is the next day. I got 100 pages into this book. I'm struggling today. I'm just, some days you just have really bad mental health days. Like, I'm just really upset and I'm tired of being alone. But then I always think like, oh yeah, like, I'd love a full day just to myself to read books. But then when I have a day that I can actually do that, I'm miserable and mope around the place. So I just need to perk up and read. It's just a really bad case of seasonal blues, being alone at Christmas and stuff. I'm just feeling really emotional today. But I am boiling my eggs. I've run a bath, so I'm gonna have 2 hard-boiled eggs quickly and read some more of this in the bath and try and cheer myself up with a self-care day. Good morning. It's the next day. I cheered myself up with Christmas movies and far too much wine yesterday. I ended up watching Single All the Way and it was actually really cute. I'm just in a bit of funk because it's, this time of year and it's difficult when you're alone. I don't like to just be a fuck buddy. It's not what I'm into. I want commitment and love and like connection. I want to hold your hand and walk down the street with you and just be happy together. But it just seems so impossible to find that. So I just get disheartened every so often, especially as, it's almost Christmas now. And then next year I'll be turning 31. Oh my God. But there's, I don't know, you just can't force things. So I need to just chill out and allow life to pan out the way that it's supposed to and stop resenting the way that things are at the minute. So yeah, I just need to cheer myself up, and when I have time to actually read books instead of moping. So I did quite a lot of reading actually. Yesterday I got to page 137 and honestly I'm not enjoying this book almost at all anymore. I just feel like the dialogue is just ruining everything for me. No one speaks like this, like the characters in this book do, and it like the over descriptions are absolutely killing me. Like there's one character that like brushes some crumbs off of her white shirt and it's described as this like immaculate white shirt. It's like,
if I look at someone that's wearing a white shirt, I don't automatically think, oh, that's immaculate. I don't know, it just seems really overdone, over dramatic. Alice as a character is really getting on my tits. She's just acting like a little kid. Like, yeah, okay, someone was murdered in your house that you've just bought, but so she's now like having a strop, sleeping downstairs because she didn't know about it. She's sleeping in her study, and she texts her boyfriend, who's just upstairs, to go and get her a whole bunch of clothes because she doesn't want to go into the room where this person was murdered. Like, okay, I kind of get that, but just the way that she's going about it is just so childish and immature, and all the emotions just seem really overdone in this book. So, I don't know, I'm really sad to say, as much as I thought B.A. Paris was one of my favourite authors, the only book I actually really thoroughly enjoyed by her is Behind Closed Doors. All the others have been 3-star reads, and honestly, I think this might actually be less than a 3-star read, but we are just under the halfway mark, so there's still time for my opinion to change. However, I'm just not enjoying the writing style at all. It almost feels like it's a completely different author that wrote Behind Closed Doors. It just doesn't add up. So unfortunately, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this in the end, but let's get some more reading done, shall we? I look like rubbish. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, drank too much wine and moped around like an idiot for the majority of yesterday. I did make a really yummy dinner. When I get sad, I love to just put myself into the kitchen and stuff, so I did that. Yeah, I just snuggled up with my hot water bottle and a book. So I will talk to you a little bit later when I have hopefully some more positive things to say about this book. See you in a bit. Bye. Seriously, this writing is going to kill me. Like, Debbie back from a ride on her fearsome horse, Lucifer. Like, I say, am I just in a really grumpy headspace? But fearsome horse, I can't deal. Good morning, everyone. It's a couple of days later, and I am just having a cup of coffee and reading a few more chapters of The Therapist. I am just over the halfway mark now, so I am on page 208. And honestly, my opinion hasn't really changed. The main character is annoying the hell out of me, and one of you in my previous video left a comment saying that you're interested in my thoughts, that you hated it, or didn't enjoy it, wasn't that harsh of a comment, and you said that the main character really pissed you off. Well, I agree with you completely. I'm going to end this vlog here because I don't like these videos getting too long, because who has time to watch that? So I'm going to end it. I'll continue to vlog and do a part 2 of this, but so far I have absolutely no clue how this book is going to redeem itself. We will see, but I will catch up with you in the next video. Just the main character, I just want to throw the book out the window, to be honest. And the writing, it's not the same author. It cannot be the same author that wrote Behind Closed Doors. Ashley, a booktuber that I absolutely love, she loves thrillers. She actually, I watched a video of hers this morning while I was getting ready, and not that I look very ready right now, but she was talking about A Slow Fire Burning and how she didn't like that book, which is by Paula Hawkins. And she said, you know what? It would be weird to go back and see if she actually even enjoyed The Girl on the Train these days, after so many good thrillers have come out. I mean, A Girl on the Train was such a brilliant book back in the day, but was it slow burning? I can't remember. And now fast-paced thrillers have kind of like taken over. It would be so interesting to actually do a video of, like a vlog of rereading thrillers that blew my mind, like Behind Closed Doors or A Girl on the Train, or even like Gone Girl. I think that would just be fascinating to me to see if those thrillers still have such a high value in my mind. Yeah, but the writing, it's not the same author. It's not B.A. Paris that wrote Behind Closed Doors. Main character, awful. But I'll catch up with you in vlog 2 of The Therapist reading.